Andrew McCart, iFLTV, delighted finally to be talking to Josh Taylor. Listen, it's been a while since I've spoken. Well, not a while since I've spoke to you, Josh, but it's been a long time since I've interviewed you. How's things?
Aye, good mate. It's been a long time. I've just been kind of quiet, working away in the background, mate. So I just working away, training away, keeping fit, keeping sharp. So I just been in the background, mate. Just been working away in the background, keeping quiet. So it's been good.
You
How's
enjoying it
yourself?
then? You enjoy that in the background, keeping quiet, just working away. Is that how you're enjoying it now? Or is that
Yeah,
what
it's
you
been good.
enjoy?
It's been good. I've kind of always been like that, to be fair, But it's been quite good this time after that fight. Just doing my own thing. It's been good. Been asked for interviews loads of times, but I've just said no, I can't be bothered because what's there to talk about really? So I'm just back training now. I've got a fight coming up and all that. So back to people asking for interviews about this fight and all that. So it's good.
Well, listen, you are back. You're fighting Ekow
Mm.
Essuman, a guy I know very well. I've been at a few of Ekow's fights. Strong, tough, um, warrior comes to fight.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what kind of fight are you expecting come May?
Well, I've spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time with Essuman in the GB squad in the GB days. We were in the same squad and done a few rounds sparring. Although it's a few years ago now, So, but still, it was. He's a good lad. I know Echo quite well, and he's a nice lad, nice kid. So, I haven't a bad word to say about him. I'm pretty sure this fight's going to be a tough fight. I've got my hands full. He comes and gives it his all and puts the pressure on. The engine they call him. So
Yeah.
because he's fit and puts on a good pace. So yeah, I'm expecting a tough fight, but one that I'm fully prepared for and expecting to win. At my best, I believe I can outbox him and outfight him. So, but that remains to be seen on May. So yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to a new beginning, a new start. Sort of moving to welterweight at a fresh weight, see how I feel into it, and uh, win this one, and then move on to big fights in welterweight. Maybe even become a two-weight world champion. Chase a belt at welterweight after this as well. So yeah, it's an exciting new beginning, Andy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what the future holds.
Josh, you covered a lot there. I do want to talk about that, what it means to become a two-weight world champion. But staying on Echo just now, you mentioned he's the engine, and he's been at welterweight. He's established at welterweight. He knows what it's like to be up
Yeah.
there, fight the bigger guys that maybe weighing a little bit heavier than the guys you're used to. As you going up to 147, again, should you have moved up earlier, or do you feel like now's the right time for you to go at 147?
Well, it's all hindsight. Obviously when I won all the belts in Vegas, there was talk of me just going straight to welterweight and vacating and moving up to welterweight.
Mhm.
But I had made a deal. I'd made a handshake deal. I shook Jack's hand and said, like, when I win this fight, because he'd stepped aside and whatever, when I win this fight, I'll give you the first shot. So I shook the guy's hand and I stuck to it. I stuck to my word, my man and my word. So that's what I done. In hindsight, probably should have moved up straight away, but as we're here now, I've no regrets for the decisions I made. We're here now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a fresh start. It's one that I've been wanting for a while. I've got a fresh target, new targets to aim for, new goals to set. So yeah, I'll not be getting stale. I'll be getting focused on getting stronger and filling in the weight, and yeah, focusing on getting belts down the line.
Obviously, a two-weight world champion. When you become undisputed, everyone said you've completed boxing. You've got every belt. I mean, I was in Vegas. I was lucky enough to be in
Yeah,
Vegas. I was probably only one of 10 Scottish guys in that arena with you, which was brilliant. And we saw what that meant to you and whatnot. But you need to set yourself new goals, like you said, and becoming a
yeah,
two-weight world champion. What does that mean to you going into this sort of like latter part of your career?
yeah. That was brilliant because it keeps the desire and the fire there, because it keeps it from dousing the flames. Because I've done everything at 140 now. There's the only thing I've not boxed for is a British title, really. So
Does that bother you?
I've completed. I've it doesn't bother me. No, I mean I've completed boxing at that weight. So for to set new goals and new targets is keep moving forward. So I'm looking to welterweight now and warm into this fight with Echo, and it'll be a good tough fight. It's not an easy fight to have my first fight at welterweight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm expecting a tough night's work in Ekow because I know he's fit and strong, and he's got well the engine. You know, he's fit and strong, and he puts on a hard night's work all the time. He always gives someone a hard night, so I'm expecting a tough fight, and it's a one that it's giving me the little bit the nerves, the fear factor sort of thing, because it's a new weight, it's a new ambition. I'm going to see how the power is and this and that, but I don't think that'll be any problems because I spar with bigger guys, I spar with welterweights, light middles and all that. So I don't think the power or anything like that's going to phase me at all. It's just how I'm going to feel at the weight. I think I'm going to be much better. I think I'm going to be full of energy and not depleting myself that little bit too much just to get down to 140. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to the future, Andy.
Definitely. It's going to be exciting times and I can't wait. Josh, you've only fought once a year, I think,
Yeah.
since 2020. Am I
Yeah.
correct in saying that? I remember checking
Yeah.
box a wee while ago and looking this up. Once a year since
Yeah.
2020. Are we hoping for a busy 2025? An active 2025?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been saying that for the last fucking 5 years. I'll get busy this year, busy. But COVID just killed my momentum. Like I had one fight in lockdown, and then I had the Ramirez fight, then I had the Jack fight later, and then we had all this carry on with the belts and the sanctionings and this and that, and then getting stripped of belts, and then the mandatory came in with the WBO, Lopez. So then I thought, you know what, it's my last belt left. I'm not giving it up without a fight, and it's a chance to fight over in New York, Madison Square Garden. So yeah, I took that fight. Probably in hindsight again, should have probably put it back for a little bit because of the injury on my foot. I wasn't able to do any running and stuff, so that's when my legs went in the fight. But I went in there. There's no excuses. As I went in there, I felt good. I felt fit and strong, and I had a good camp with what I'd done. So yeah, it's been a frustrating couple of years, but it is what it is. Tough times don't last.
Tough people do.
So yeah, that's it. That's it. So I'm looking forward to this one, Andy. Aye.
I spoke with Eddie a few months ago and all that, and I listen again. I'm the biased jock, and everybody knows that. And I said to Eddie, I said, "What's going on, Josh Taylor? Come on, speak to me." And I was talking to him. He says, "We've made an offer, and we're going to do this. We with this date." And obviously that didn't
Yeah.
pan out. You've now signed with Uncle Frank Warren, who's got
Yeah.
you back at the Hydro, with big time boxing back in Scotland with a good fight. Can we break this down in two parts? The Eddie Hearn sort of situation. What happened there? Why didn't you put pen to paper with Eddie?
Um, it just went cold really. We met down in London. We had a really good meeting. We spoke about a plan and we like fights and a path, to come back. He was like, "Do you want to just have a fight for the biggest money, or do you want to have a plan?" I says, "We'll have a plan. I'm going to be a two-time world champion."
Mm-hmm.
So that's my plan. That's my aims. Right, that sounds great to me. It's perfect for me. And we came together. We spoke about the deal. Spoke about money. Everything was good. Everything was fine. And then it just went silent, really. I think they had a lot of shows coming up in Riyadh and all that sort of stuff, and it just went silent. And then the end of November, so I met them in September, and then at the end of like November, early December, they got back in touch to say, "Yeah, we'll do the deal, but we want you to fight on the 18th of January." And I was like, "Oh, I kind of thought it was dead because I hadn't heard anything, not a word, So I went, no, it's too soon. You maybe have to put maybe March or something like that. But then because they've got a schedule with Riyadh season and different shows, they could hardly fit me on. So it kind of just fell away, really. It just fell away. But we were speaking to Frank at the same time as well, and the Warrens, and they were saying the same thing with plans and in terms of fights and what path to get back to titles and stuff. And to be fair, they seemed a little bit more enthusiastic. They seemed a little bit more enthusiastic and more up for doing what I wanted to do, and with the time scales and that. So it just felt like a better fit. Everything happens for a reason. So yeah, it was good. It just felt right, and it came at the right time as well. So and we're getting a fight, and it's going to be in Glasgow, my first one back. So yeah, it's great. That's I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the future.
When obviously Frank puts a lot of shows as well, and Frank's been to Scotland with Ricky Burns back in the day, with Scott
Yeah.
Harrison. So Frank knows, and so does Eddie, I suppose, because Eddie done massive shows up here with Ricky as well. So, but Frank's done it a lot, and he's been up Scotland quite a lot, and he likes to keep his fighters active. And
Yeah.
when you're fighting in May, when would you like to be back out? Is it going to be October back in Glasgow, an away fight?
Yeah, like obviously, depending on how the fight goes, touch wood that I come away unscathed, no cuts, no bruises, no injuries to the hands or anything like that, no broken bones or anything. So touch wood that it goes fine and I come away so like unscathed really, and we can get back out again, maybe October, November time, so I want to get out at least twice this year, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes. If it goes nice and quick and I get him out of there quickly, I'll be right back on the phone, get me back out and later on in the summer. And then maybe once more in the winter before Christmas. I'll get a Christmas fight, so we'll see how it goes. We just need to take it one fight at a time. Can't get too far ahead of myself. Got my hands full here with Ekow, and I know he's a good fighter and he operates at a high level, puts a lot of pressure on. And yeah, I'm expecting a tough fight. So I'm fully focused on making an impressive debut at 147.
You've sparred Ekow, like you said, on numerous occasions down in GB squad, albeit a long, long time ago. You're both established pros, 20, 30 fights in the pro rank. So, Josh, what can you take from them spars, if anything?
Oh, listen, Andy, you're talking about 2013 and all that, you're
Really,
talking.
that long ago? All right, okay.
Yeah, you're talking 2013, so
What do you remember? What do you remember from
I
the
was 20,
spars?
I was 23 then, it's 10 years ago, it's 10, 11 years ago. So it's a long time ago. But you can also take little bits from it, how he was back then too. But you can't take too much from a few sparring sessions. 10 years ago, it's ridiculous. But I'll be watching these. I've watched these fights. I've watched a lot of these fights, so I know what he's going to bring to the table, and it's something that I'll be prepared for. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a good, tough opening test at welterweight. I'm looking forward to it.
I think all your Scottish fans are as well, Josh. I mean, boxing up here is starving. I mean, we were at the show last week,
Yeah,
Mike McHale, a great arena, the Gladiators Arena with Ian Wilson and St Andrews. But when it comes to big time boxing and getting the whole sort of country buzzing, I've already had mates of mine asking for ringside tickets, so I need to get on it you for that, Josh. I've got about
yeah,
15 ringside.
absolutely.
I've got about 15 ringside tickets. I need to book off them. So yeah, every time you come to town, every time Josh comes to fight, I get inundated with tickets. So and then Scotland misses this.
Yeah,
Scotland needs more of this. And
yeah.
again, it's that pressure thing. Do you feel the pressure of going out there, new weight, back home in Scotland, two-weight world champion, all that pressure is going to be back on you?
Nah, because it's no pressure, because all the expectation and that's gone, it's floated, it's away. It's more me and my ambitions and my goals again, becoming the hunter again. Not the hunted. I'm the hunter again. I'm back onto the challenger mentality and chasing goals and chasing further greatness in the sport to become a two-weight world champion. So this is the stuff that keeps the fire going. There's no pressure to that. That's all ambition and drive and dedication to get to the next stage again. So it's an exciting new chapter with all the pressure off, really, so it's great, it's good.
That mean,
and I'm looking forward to shutting a lot of people up as well. All the naysayers say, oh, he's finished and this and that. Well, we'll soon see. We'll soon see, and I'm looking forward to going. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Much love.
listen, again, Josh, everyone knows my relationship with you, how a good friends we are. But sometimes in this business, I've got to sort of like sit on the fence a little bit. But you know what? I hope you do go on. And this is me just away. This is Josh's mate talking, not the media guy, Andrew. So I hope you do that, mate. And like I said, become a two-weight world champion. When I look at these welterweight rankings, Boots Ennis, there's talks about Boots Ennis moving up, and
Moving up, yeah.
yeah, so he's got the IBF belt. Stanley Onus is there. They're fighting each other. Then you've got Brian Norman, who's the WBO. Ekow's ranked number 5, I think, the WBO. Brian
Yeah.
Norman Jr. Not many people know about him or what he's about. Do you feel like for you to become a two-weight world champion, you're only 2, 3 fights away from that?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is a hard test entry fight at welterweight against Ekow. He's tried and proven. He's a good fighter, and he's a tough competitor. And he's still got goals to become a champion as well. So we're both at like a crossroads kind of fight almost. So it's a dangerous fight, and my whole career I've always took big fights and dangerous fights, you know, so it's nothing new, and it's one that I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait to get inspired in amongst it. Right, Hen?
Hi, Daniel.
I know just in.
Aye, what? So,
It's slag on the phone. You slag.
yeah, it's a boxing slag, Daniel. So what was I going to say there? I forgot what I was going to say there, Josh. Yeah, so, hiya. I'm on the phone when Josh has got a big fight lined up. Aye, so two-weight world champion. And you talk about the British title there, Josh. Does that bother you? You've not got that British title because it's a nice belt.
No, it's a lovely belt. I think it's one of the best belts in boxing, to be fair. No, it doesn't bother me, but if an opportunity came around and if everything made sense, then absolutely, I would love to have a British title to my name. You know, it would be great. It's another one for the mantelpiece. You know, it's
You still got room in that mantelpiece, Josh. I've seen your mantelpiece. Have you got any more spaces left on it?
No, I've not got any spaces left on there. I'll maybe have to get some built up here.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some built there, a wee trophy cabinet or something there. But aye, so it's a fresh start, fresh go, and there's plenty great fighters at welterweight in the British scene. So there's a lot of good fights to be made. So if a fight comes around and it's for a British title, there's a lot of good fighters in welterweight in that division in the British scene to have great fights. So yeah, I'm dead excited for it.
Josh, a couple more from me. It'd be remiss of me not to talk about your old foe, Jack Catterall, who fought at the weekend. What's your thoughts on Jack and the Arnold Barboza fight?
I thought it was a cagey affair. I thought I had Barboza winning by about 3 rounds. Yeah, 115, 130, and round about the same as the judges. Maybe 8-4 rather than 7-5. But it was around about the right. It was the right decision. So yeah, I thought it was a good fight by Barboza. I thought he had the game plan spot on. I thought he executed it really well.
And then obviously this week, I know I'm a boxing slag, so I'll be watching what's happening out in Riyadh season with Bivol and Biev and Dubois, Parker, Madrimov and Virgil Shakur Stevenson. I've probably Callum Smith against Boatsi. I mean, that card from top to bottom is stacked, Josh. Again, that's another two-part question. Would you love to fight on Riyadh season, and what do you make of that card on Saturday?
It's a great card. It's like a pucker boxing event. You know, it's all great fights. So yeah, of course, if the opportunity arose, I'd love to fight over there. I'd love to fight over there and get involved in some of these big fights, you know, but that's down the line. Got a big fight in front of me here against Ekow. So if I get this one out of the way, then yeah, I would love to fight over there in a big fight at welterweight for a few belts, hopefully. So it would be great. Why not? It would be daft not to get in amongst it. You know, it's great. It's good. Turkey Al-Sheikh's putting all these big fights on that people have been starved for years in terms of the best fighting the best, and all the fights taking years to get made, and then they go past their sell-by date because it's taken so long and stuff, you know. So I think it's a good thing for boxing, but also I think it kind of dilutes the scene here
in the UK,
you know. So yeah, so like the big domestic fights, a lot of them are going to be over there rather than here, selling out on arenas here or stadiums here and stuff. So I think that's the only downside of it. But having said that, Ben and Eubank is in Wembley. So so who knows? It's looking bright. The future's looking bright, and he's putting on the big fight. So yeah, it's going to be great. I'd love to get involved in it. Absolutely.
That's the Ring Magazine. So the Ring Magazine event, the Ben Eubank one, and then obviously the Ring Magazine event in New York with Bacoli, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney's the Ring Magazine. So they're starting to put on shows as well in the UK and the US. So like you said, the future's bright, and the fact that you're getting back on the scene in a good fight against Ekow Essuman, back home in Glasgow, new weight. Everyone says that when they put them extra couple of pounds on, that they've got a smile on their face, some fighters. Are we going to see a smile on your face when you weigh in against Ekow?
Absolutely. It's definitely not going to be a challenge to make the weight, you know. And having said that, I made the weight pretty comfortably the last couple of times at 140. You know, I made it really comfortably, to be fair. So that wasn't the issue of moving up. I just fancied a new challenge and set myself new goals. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. I can now fill into welterweight, fill into being good, and getting down to welterweight is going to be absolutely no problem. I can do that without really having to cut. So I am looking forward to that. Looking forward to not being a Hank on fight weeks. Maybe a little bit more mellow now because I'm not cutting the weight so much.
Good stuff. Josh, one final one. Like I say, you're back home. You're back home in Scotland. Have you got a message for your Scottish fans? Like I say, I'm inundated with tickets myself already. So a message for your Scottish fans that want to come and watch you on May.
Just everybody, thanks for the support up until this point. It's been great. So if you can, I'd love you to have you there in Glasgow. It's not been a while since we've been back, so hopefully this journey keeps continuing, and we have many more nights in Glasgow, and maybe a fight at Easter Road as well down the line. So I am looking forward to it, and just thanks for the support as always. The support's great. Without them, it's not really worth it.
Definitely, Josh. Listen, thanks so much for taking your time out, mate. I know you're training hard because I've seen your Instagram. I've seen all this every single week. There seems to be a different sparring partner you've been sparring, so you're
we
bang
get
on
good
it, which is
sparring.
looking good.
We get good sparring, and I'm just actually back for the gym a wee while ago sparring with Crocker the last couple of weeks. So yeah, it's been good sparring. I'm getting good introduction into welterweight sparring. So I always spar with welterweights and stuff like that anyway, but I'm getting good work with Crocker and that up here. I've been getting plenty of sparring. So yeah, I've been feeling good, and that's what I've kind of been missing the last couple of years, is getting regular good sparring. It's been quite tough to get good sparring brought in for the last couple of fights for some reason, but yeah, I've been getting regular sparring up here now, so yeah, I'm feeling good, getting back to my old self. So yeah, I'm feeling about it.
Definitely. Josh, thank you so much, brother, man. I'll probably nip down. I'm going to try and nip down to Lock End. It's been a while since I've been here and get a proper chat with you at a later date. But thanks again, Josh. I appreciate your time as always, brother.
No worries, my man.
Thank you, Josh.
Cheers, Andy.
Bye bye.
Cheers, mate.
Bye bye.